Hello friends, in this video I'd like to share my experience about sleep to awake time and getting to sleep earlier and waking up earlier. At first, why you may consider doing so? Some pros and advantages that I've noticed during several months that I have been practicing this kind of approach to my sleep time. Pros that you don't waste your time inefficiently. For instance, at the evening time, for instance after 10 p.m. you usually can't do some efficient and um, fruitful work. Maybe it's not applicable for everybody. Maybe it is. It's matter of practice and trying to do something like that. This is the first major pro. And the second one is at the morning time. It's very kind of useful for doing some spiritual exercises to set your day up, to prepare you for the day. At the morning time, the nature wakes up. You can experience this state also, and your time might be much productive compared that you will go to bed early later and get up earlier. And of course it's a matter of trying to do so, giving some time for doing so, for instance 1 month or so, at least, because just trying for several days might not help to do something like that. Yes. Third, also one of advantages also that before your friends and colleagues wakes up, you may do some may accomplish some useful day goals, and you will be really refreshed and fresh, and it's really the most blissful and joyful time of the day that sets up the whole day. And for now, as I told you, I have been practicing it for several months, but in some times of my life I had the glimpses of this sleep to awake time also, but of course it's so much more effective. The main reason why people usually don't try to do that because they don't know what to do at the early hours, for instance at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and it depends on where you will go to bed. Usually this is the best time for spiritual practices, for maybe some walk around your neighborhood, being at the nature, reading books, learning some new stuff, meditating, and so on. And maybe some talks with your second half, and I don't know. There are really a lot of things that might arise. Maybe practicing with some musical instruments if you like so, and so on. And if you give it a try, you may find some benefits. Of course, as I told you about it, and maybe it's something that is particularly implies to you will arise also about that. Also, it's really good to mention that if you try to change to this lifestyle, it's better not to hurry up yourself. because your body should adjust to this new biological times and new approach, and sometimes it's you can't go to sleep a bit earlier because you used to get to sleep later, but it's generally just a matter of habit. And I don't know if there is such thing as owls and people that I don't know how it's as the opposite for owls, and I don't know if there is such thing exists. Just try this approach out. It's a lot of successful people also switch to this day to night mode, and it have really a lot of benefits. I could judge from my own experience. Of course, as I told you, it might not be applicable for you, but it's almost to try it out, to practice it, and to have your own decision about that, whether you need it or you don't need it. Maybe about some tools that may help you to do something like that. I don't use an alarm clock at all. Maybe, but I think it's a good thing, because maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing. I don't care. Just you may practice it and find out your own style and your own approach to it. Yeah, usually it's good not to overwhelm yourself with some with some a lot of mind activity before you are going to sleep, especially at first, because you see you can go to bed and your mind still continues to work, and you couldn't get asleep. Also, reduce amount of coffee or completely eliminate it. I've noticed that when I drank some coffee, I couldn't get sleep earlier also, and it's usually more noticeable if you drink more amount of coffee that you used to. It's also applicable to some tough tea. Yeah. Some birds, crispy. Yeah, and of course it's also depends on your diet, on your lifestyle, on how much stress do you have, how much you're relaxed, and so on and so on. But generally it's very great thing, and trying to switch to this approach day to night may really increase your life potency, your efficiency, and your cheerfulness as well, peacefulness, and so on and so on. Benefits are just, I don't know, there are so much of them, and I think for this video it might be enough. I'm currently in Mayapur. It's West Bengal, India. Good place, on the roof of my apartment. It's 7 or something like that a.m. I woke up today at 5 a.m. or so. Already accomplished a lot of stuff, and recommend you to try it out also for some time at least. It might be great benefits for you. Thank you very much. You may comment this video. I may answer some of your questions. Thank you very much for watching this. Bye. See you.